Hello, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to this video on Microsoft Whiteboard. So if your school or college has a Office 365 subscription, then Whiteboard is available and you can access it via the 9 boxes. So what is Whiteboard? Well, it's a collaborative space, an opportunity for your students to work together or your colleagues to work together on one virtual canvas. So it's very similar to Google's Jamboard, if you're familiar with that, or to Padlet. And if I'm honest, historically, when I've looked at Whiteboard in the browser before, it's just not been well enough featured for use. But they've just done a massive revamp, and I think it transforms it into being a really useful tool to work collaboratively with your students and with your colleagues. So let's have a look at it. So this is the home page, which shows all of the whiteboards you've created before. We're going to create a new whiteboard. First thing we can do, across the top, we can click the drop down where it says Untitled, and we can name that. So I'll call that JK Demo. And then having done that, we've got a menu on the left hand side here. Select allows us to select an element. The inking menu, very similar to in PowerPoint, allows you to do the annotation. And then we've got this new menu, which is how it differs from the previous version of Whiteboard, in that there's a create option. So let's go through the various bits we have within that. So we've got templates, and there's a whole range of different templates there. If you're interested in creating your own template, now that there's an image upload feature, then click on the banner on the top right hand corner and you can go to my video on creating a template for Jamboard in PowerPoint, which will work exactly the same as this. So let's look at some of these templates. Let's do problem solving. So there's a whole variety of different ones available there. We can just click and drag, and that will, maybe click onto the canvas, it will place it in there. And you can see we've got that available there. And if you click into the boxes, you can start to edit the instructions there. But you've got yourself a template which you can then edit and share with the students. If they click onto the box, they can double click in the box and they can type into the box. So that's quite nice, having that template feature. And as I say, there's a whole variety of those. If you zoom in and out with the mouse, you can, as well as make yourself feel a bit sick, you can see that the canvas is just infinite. Okay, so that's adding templates, and there's a whole variety. You can see brainstorming, problem solving, design and research, strategy, project planning, respective games, workshops and learning. So there's a whole variety available there. So that's using the template feature. And I think all of us are always slightly nervous when we're asked to contribute to a blank space, whether that's a piece of paper or a digital screen. And having a template just helps to reassure the user and makes them clear on where they can contribute to something. So that's using the templates. So let's go back to the create menu, and that's simply by clicking on the plus. We can add text box, so we just click, and again we can stretch that and we can type into that. If you click on the black dot, it brings up colors. Oh, let's try that again. Black dots, you can see a whole range of colors. You can change the color of the text. You can obviously stretch items to make them appear bigger in the shot. So there's that. And then if I click on the move tool, I can move this, I can position it there. If I click on the 3 dots, I can move stuff backwards and forwards, just like you would in PowerPoint. We can move stuff backwards and forwards. So we can arrange stuff within that space, which is really useful when you get quite a busy document, to be able to arrange labels and annotation and so on and so forth. One of the nice features, and it's something that I've demoed before using PowerPoint and icons, is that there are reactions. And this is really nice, that having maybe got your students to do some group work and brainstorm some ideas, you can then ask a different group to provide some peer feedback, or you can ask that same group to rate what it is that they've done, and they can do that by adding a heart. Not sure what's gone on there. There we are. I think it's just very small. There it is. They can add an icon there, and obviously we can stretch that, make it appear bigger. So you've got the reactions feature. So I think it's a great way of just being able to unpick what the students have done, and either for you to give some reaction or for peers to give some reaction. So that's using reactions. Notes, again, we've got a note grid, or we've got just individual notes, just like we had before. You click to add them, You can type into them. You can change the color of them. And again, I'm too far up the screen. Let's just bring that down a bit. That's it. You can change the color of it as you go. So that's notes and note grids. If we go back again, we've got a shapes feature. So this is really useful for annotating information, or maybe getting them to create a sort of mind map template, whatever it may be. So you've got arrows and you can annotate stuff. So I could see this being used as a way of label the object, or it could be that you upload some images, and you can do that by coming on and clicking on image, and then it will allow you to navigate through your machine and upload an image. It could be used for labeling an object. It could be used in a whole variety of ways interactively. So that's so far we've looked at using the templates, uploading your own image, adding shapes, text and notes. And then on top of that, you've got the inking option, which obviously will allow you to draw around stuff, allow you to annotate, or whatever it may be. You can use the highlighter tool if you want to highlight something. So with that, I could see it being a great way maybe to upload a magazine article or a newspaper article and get them to annotate and explain what the layout, or why the language being used is as it is. So I think there's lots of ways you can use this, but what really pleases me is just the variety of different elements you can now start to add to that whiteboard. When it comes to getting your students involved, having maybe got your template or everything laid out, to provide them with access, you simply click share, turn on the sharing link. You can then copy that link. It says it can be used with organization, shared via personal organizational accounts. In my experience, it's generally organizational accounts. So if you were to copy that link, the user would have to log in to their Office 365 account in order to contribute. But I think, as I said at the start, it's a vastly improved solution, and I think it provides lots of ideas and lots of opportunities for students to collaborate, or peer colleagues to collaborate in real time. So I hope you found the video useful. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe to the channel and join me again soon for more EdTech videos. Thanks for watching.